doing a little practice. I got this little thing. I took off a vacuum cleaner handle, and then I just put this. It's a paint roller inside of this here, and now I can practice my spin surf. Okay, I like to get the fluffier rollers because you can feel it better. But now I'm leading with the edge. I took the kids to the tennis court the other day in camp, and we just threw tennis rackets. We threw them over the fence. We threw them over the net. We threw them in the field. You know, it was just fun, and they had so much fun. And then I would throw my racket and at the ball at the same time, and both the racket and the ball would go forward, and they just had a blast. Okay, and so teaching them concepts like a basketball, having a basketball, have them dribble a basketball, and then show them what a closed racket is, as they're behind them, and they just kind of bounce the ball behind them like they're protecting the basketball, and do that with tennis, and then have them hit the ball, have them release the ball in front of them, and then hit it. It's a lot of fun. I'm trying to give them concepts, but teaching them how to spin. Here I'm using the edge, teaching the parts of the racket, teach them how many sides to a handle, and teach them. And so it's very teachable, and they'll learn tennis for life. Make it fun. And so here I'm just practicing spinning. It's a rainy day, so this is something I can practice with. Creating something that I can practice. Then, if you notice, I put it on a stand. I'm going to put it on a stand. Here's my stand. I have if you can see it from here, it's from here. It's a baseball tee, okay. And this is just a roller, or excuse me, a broom handle. Slide this in here, and now I can sit in a chair, and now I can just practice spinning. Okay, if I want to change it, okay, I was at the thrift store and I bought a roller. This one to be orange, so kind of color coded. Now what I can do is I can practice my top spin, and so I got an upward motion, leading with the edge again. Once again, leading with the edge. Okay, if I wanted to go side, I don't even need a stand, but it's nice to have a stand, and I just practice my slice surf. See, I'm training myself. I'm training my hands. I'm training my wrist. I'm using my wrist, but I'm also using my arm. So it's just not the wrist, but it's your forearm. And so you're using the bigger muscles you use, the better. It's like oftentimes people are swinging with their wrist or they're swinging with their arms instead of using their legs. You have to synchronize and put them all together. And so here I'm practicing top spin going up. And it just takes a few minutes to practice your wrist motion. And if I do it right-handed, I'm also going to do it left-handed because I want to learn how to hit left-handed. So when my arm's sore, I just play, and I want to play tennis, and my arm's sore, I just play left-handed, and that's all I do. Okay, now I'm pressing slice this way, and so going up, okay, or pressing this way. What a great way of practicing, and what a pretty color, at the thrift store. And it was only $1, and so I improvised. And so finding ways to practice and keeping creative. I bought the racket at a thrift store. $2, it's fun. When I was a kid, these used to run a couple hundred, okay, at the club I was working at, okay, and so we buy the Ultras. When the Graphite Ultras came out, oh man, I think it was 400. They charged a lot back then, and at the club I was at, very expensive, and they didn't have Tennis Warehouse. They didn't have those places where they sold equipment. You only could buy certain rackets at a club, and then you would get them strung. Now you have so many options, You can buy your own stringer and string your own racket if you want. And let me know if you want to learn how to string. We'll work on that too. And here I'm practicing from 7 to 11, okay? So I'm practicing upward motion. If I want to practice, slice, I go this way. It's just a fun way to practice on a rainy day or any day when you have time.